Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today we are comparing three wireless head units, car head units. We are comparing Carpuride W903 to Eonon P4, and we also have a new contender here, very interesting unit, CarpodGo T3. So which one of these three units, which are roughly comparable, they have different sets of features, which one is better for you? Always check the links from all of these sponsors of the channel in the description of the video, because they give you a discount ultimately, yeah, as well as some extra information, maybe even other options that we are not discussing here, because things are changing, times are evolving, so always check the description of the video. Okay, so we're going to be judging all of these things on several criteria. The appeal of the box itself, how well packaged, how well presented the box is, it's important when you're considering something. Yeah, it convinces you to buy or not to buy the product. We are also going to obviously be taking price into consideration as of March 2024. Prices are changing, things go on sale and that kind of stuff. Needless to say, always check the latest price. But I'm going to take it into consideration right now, if you were to buy something right now. We're going to obviously be considering the screens, because all of these head units, well, they give you a screen, yes? And screen is very, very important, both in terms of how it's presented, as well as its size, yes? We are also going to be considering whether or not this unit offers you a dashcam, as well as the reverse camera. I will also share my subjective personal opinion on the ease of installation. It's important, right? Sometimes we don't mind kind of slightly more involved installation. Some of us might mind that, and that could be a decision-making point for you. So that's important as well. And I will kind of render the overall verdict. Let's talk about Eonon P4. So, as far as the box is concerned, this one happens to be my favorite, but that's subjective. Appearances are always subjective. Why is it my favorite? I think it is a combination of being very modern. It's very modern, kind of very well packaged, very stylish. It reminds me of, I don't know, iPhones. It reminds me of brand new phones when you get the phones. It has this magnetic little clasp kind of thing that allows you to kind of clip it on. It's not like it's super important, I'm not pretending that it is, but it has all the selling features on the box as well. Take a look at that. They also pride themselves in the history of the brand, and let's not pretend, history of the brand is important. So they put it front and center, that they've been doing this for 20 years. I obviously have an unboxing video on my channel, so I'm not going to go in detail through that, but I was impressed with that too. It is to a high standard, as I would expect from any of these rather lovely products. That is what I think. The screen of Eonon is 9.33 inches, which is nice and large-ish. Yeah, it's not the most massive one, but it's also not the most tiniest one. Eonon also has a fantastic front dashcam. It is a 4K dashcam. It is, I have to say, it is absolutely gorgeous. It is absolutely gorgeous. Like, it blows your mind just how good it is. Just samples on the screen for you, but this is something that is absolutely, absolutely tremendous. And it comes with a backup camera as well, if you can be bothered connecting it and installing it. Installation, I would say, because of the extra cameras, because of the need to place it properly, just to consider the camera, especially if you're going through installation of the backup camera, I would say that installation is, look, easy enough, and it comes with all the standard contraptions, such as suction cup, such as the suction panel, more permanent placement, kind of static panel, as well as the suction cup that can be attached to the windscreen and otherwise. So it is a bit, like, I'd say installation is on a medium side. Yeah, it's not the most trivial one, but at the same time, it's nothing too special. It's okay. It's okay. So pricing of this unit is $150 right now, at least as I checked the websites, the website of the company, Eonon, and Amazon. Unfortunately, in my region, at the very least in Australia, Amazon shows to me that it's out of stock, so it's unavailable on Amazon. Again, at the moment of recording of this video, might be completely irrelevant when you watch this, But on their website, you can go directly to their website and take a look. $150. Hold that thought while we talk about other units. Now, let's compare now the first contender here to Carpuride. As you know, I'm a big fan of Carpuride. Carpuride are my friends and a sponsor of this channel for a long time, but we always compare things fairly, so here goes. So Carpuride sent me 2 units. This is the second one. So first one I reviewed was that squarish one that I mentioned, W901, which I enjoyed very much so in my Haval H6. But now we're looking here at the slightly elevated version, Carpuride W903. What can I say? Well, the box itself is my second favorite. I think that it is not as stylish and modern as the Eonon's one, if it's important to you. However, it's sort of classic. It's an okay box with information on it. It's sort of front and center. It tells you what you're getting for the product. It gives you a list of the features, so you kind of can make up your mind and can see exactly what are you getting, Bluetooth 5.0, like all this kind of stuff. It tells you everything. It tells you everything, and I like that. Be upfront, brands of different head units. I like that. I like that. But it's not as stylish as Eonon's. It just isn't. It just isn't. Okay. Now the screen here is also a comparable size to Eonon's. It's also 9.3-inch screen. It is just as bright and just as nice. Slight variations there in UI design, I suppose, if we continue comparing to Eonon's. And yeah, there is not too much to say about the screen. I am quite a fan of the screen. I think it is okay in the bright daylight, at least in the conditions that I've tested all of these 3 units. They were very, very similar. Carpuride W903 also comes with a front dash camera, but this dash camera is only 1080p in this price category on this unit. There is no backup camera for Carpuride 903, and that's that. You simply don't have that option at all. Installation, however, of this unit, because there is no backup camera, is rather easy. You just plonk it there and it's there. And it's a similar aspect ratio of the screen, so it's also not going to be protruding there and blocking your view too much. So it's similar to Eonon's. And yeah, I found installation rather easy in a standard way. The final contender today is CarpodGo T3. So let's talk about that. Box, I spoke about this in unboxing. There is no point bashing the brand further, but it's a fair comparison here once again. Look, come on. Like, even if I don't tell you, compare this to this. What do you reckon? Because this thing sells itself. This thing isn't trying. I'm disappointed. I am disappointed because I want more competition on the market of similar products. CarpodGo is a great brand and I had the pleasure of dealing with them so far. However, they are not trying to sell you the features. It is just so disappointing and it almost comes across a little sloppy. I think this should be taken as constructive, positively intended feedback to the marketing and to the design team. I don't think that box stands it like at all. What they're trying to do here, however, they're trying to be stylish, CarpodGo. And I think it's a cool thing. I think it's a good thing that they're trying to do it in terms of packaging as well, in terms of what's inside of this box, yeah. But at the same time, I think this is where they went a little bit too far on doubling down on the style elements of this. And that goes all the way to even how they designed the UI of this whole thing. Yep, the UI of it is also towards less color, more style, kind of like cool. They're trying to be cool, okay? And even their advertising on even the text of advertising on Amazon, let's say, talks about just how like sleek and slim and everything else is there. Watch my unboxing and watch my other stuff. I do believe that they could have done much better in terms of packaging of this stuff. And there are, by the way, if you think that the only things I have to say are negative, it's incorrect. There are some very winning features for this unit as well. The specifications are actually telling me that the screen size is almost 9 inches, but not quite. It's 8.9 inches, while the other 2 units are 9.3 and 9.33 inches. So they're a tiny bit bigger. But the eye, my eye of the beholder is not picking it up. I'm mentioning it to you just for fairness purposes, but at the same time, the eye of the beholder is not picking it up. Further on onto the features of CarpodGo, it does not have the front dash camera, which I will not even wait for the verdict, and I will tell you that that is exactly what in my humble opinion, considering that the entry price into the market is very high, and I appreciate the manufacturing cost and stuff, but the others are dealing with this, so unfortunately it's an even playing field for the brands, and we have to be honest here. But charging $250 for this unit, no matter how sleek, no matter what other good things I have to say about it, but not giving the user a front-facing camera is an absolute nail in the coffin. The problem is high price, no dash camera. Where CarpodGo tries to be competitive is that there is actually a reverse camera. The reverse camera is included 1080p. You can also go through all the wiring and stuff like this and put it to help yourself. But at the same time, there is no dash camera in that context. Very, very interesting. But the UI itself is on the stylish side. It's a very subjective perception. If you are after style itself, after like how your car looks as you're driving, and perhaps, I don't know, extra color on the screen, kind of looking very Android-y and that kind of stuff, like jolly, if that is something that doesn't fit your personal style and how you would like the car to feel, then, well, CarpodGo certainly is talking to you somewhere there on some design level. They're trying to be a bit sleek. They're trying to be almost a bit noir in terms of the design. Installation of CarpodGo is probably the hardest, but also the most versatile. So if you watch my unboxing video and my review, there are such, I'm gonna almost say, weird contraptions included in the box of CarpodGo, which on one hand is gonna be perplexing just an average Joe and Jane who just wants a head unit. You don't want anything too hard to deal with. Well, then Eonon or Carpuride are your choice. But if you have a slightly differently configured dash of your vehicle, your van, your truck, your car of a certain configuration, if you don't have the top panel space, if your, I don't know, windscreen is slightly differently shaped, more slopey or something, I don't know. But basically, out of all three, the one winning feature that I can say about CarpodGo, because there is a good thing about them, is that clear versatility of how you can install it, which also makes it the hardest install. CarpodGo, with its stylish approach and brave kind of entry into the market, asks $250. The pricing on Carpuride W903 is $240. Eonon is $150. Let's summarize, time to summarize, my friends, and good on you if you sat through the whole thing, or fast forwarded for that matter, I don't mind, but you are at the end of the video right now. If you're here, there is no reason for you not to give it a like right now, to tell me that I'm doing something right and that you hopefully have enjoyed it. Okay, in my humble opinion, the overall winner, without a doubt, is Eonon P4, simply because of the amount of quality, features, and the $100 lower price bracket. It is absolute, like, I know that it looks like it's on sale right now, but it's been on sale for a while. That price has been holding for a while. It's not like something that I captured just today or whatever. Well, I captured it today, but it's been like that for a while. But it is $100, $100 cheaper than this and cheaper than CarpodGo even. Like, while giving us great screen, great box, great responsiveness, all the standard attachments available, 4K dash camera facing forward, and 1080p reverse camera. In all honesty, I do not know how Eonon packaged so much value into this. I do not know. I absolutely do not know, but they have, okay? So in my humble opinion, unless you have some special case of, like, when would you even consider buying CarpodGo, let's say? Yeah, because overall, like, it didn't score very high. It is just fair is fair today in this test. You would buy it under one condition. Well, two conditions. First, you will probably wait for a sale. You will wait for a sale and try to get it cheaper. I just recommend it because you're not getting a dash cam in this. That's the biggest flaw. Biggest flaw. But if you have a very, very particularly shaped front dash of your vehicle, yeah, and if you need more flexibility in terms of how you're going to install it, I can tell you that out of the box, rather than custom versions, CarpodGo is head and shoulders above the other two. That is when, and only when, you would consider this. Carpuride is also a well-established, fantastic brand. I'd say now that we have competition such as Eonon, Carpuride starts losing its place simply because of the pricing level. It's $100 more expensive than Eonon with a 1080p front camera. This is a 4K camera on the Eonon here, let's not forget that. So Carpuride, I remain a massive fan. I think 200, 230, 240 is actually a fair price. I'm just perplexed that something like Eonon sells right now for 150, but I already ranted about it enough. But anyway, basically, you would look out to get Carpuride if it's cheaper, if it sells cheaper. Simple as that. And this is my comparison of three rather prominent, very interesting wireless CarPlay and Android Auto head units. I'm very grateful to all three of my sponsors who sent me these units for honest judgment and honest kind of no strings attached, other than I got a free product from them. With Carpuride, I have a little bit more of an established commercial relationship, but they don't tell me what to say. As you can see, I don't think that they're winning this race particularly. Yeah. Once again, I hope that you have enjoyed it. If you have and are not subscribed to Auto Gear Reviews channel just yet, please do subscribe. It helps the growth of the channel, and I will continue bringing you more of these kind of videos. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.